Peace, Black family. So what does the latest interview on Club Shay Shay with Amanda Seales have to do with hip-hop and the diaspora wars? Let's get into it.
So like my graduate thesis is about how the hip hop album is a continuation of the African American narrative. And so in that paper, I do that first part where I just explain my thesis. The second part was a comparative analysis between Richard Wright's Native Son and Biggie's Ready to Die, and showing with the album and the lyrics of Ready to Die how this is a novel on wax.
With that one sentence, Amanda Seales proves that hip-hop germinates from the African American experience. Have African and Caribbean people contributed? Yes. Are they the creators? No. We must learn the difference between contributing and creating. Side note, let's also take the time to think about how she brilliantly connected Richard Wright's story, Native Son, to Biggie Smalls' first album, Ready to Die. If you ever read the book Native Son and listened to the album Ready to Die, you can see how that parallel is genius. Now, what does this have to do with diaspora wars? Diaspora wars, diaspora wars. Let's take a scene from the movie Native Son to explain what it has to do with diaspora wars.
It is a peculiar sensation, this double consciousness, this sense of always looking at oneself through the eyes of others, of measuring one's soul by the tape of a world that looks on in amused contempt and pity.
As you can see in the movie Native Son, the main character, Bigger Thomas, talks about and refers to the idea of double consciousness. Now, double consciousness was a term first coined by W.E.B. Du Bois in his book, The Soul of Black Folk. Now, I know you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with diaspora wars? Wait, we're gonna get there.
But that split consciousness is important. W.E.B. Du Bois talked about it. How we walk around being black and white. Yes, we do. This is why you can compartmentalize yourself. This is how Africans can hear jokes about African people and find it funny when it's not. How can you laugh at your own people's miserability? It's because you're looking through the blue eyes when you laugh, not the brown ones.
Now, this is how double consciousness gets intertwined into the diaspora wars. When you hear a lot of stereotypes and insults that are being displayed throughout these diaspora wars, it is often what white people would say about black people in general. Like Africans, African Americans, and Caribbeans are literally using stereotypes on each other that white people would use on us. African Americans telling continental Africans and Caribbean people they uncivilized and need to go home and fix their country. African and Caribbean people saying things like African Americans are lazy. Those are all things that white people will say to black people. And this ties into the portion about double consciousness, because we see ourselves and other black people the way that white people see us. And so we use insults that white people will use against black people on us. Sadly, I know this will go over a lot of people's heads and the diaspora wars will continue. But if you know better, do better. In conclusion, if you are using white stereotypes and tropes against other black people, you got to deal with that double consciousness and a little white man living inside of you. Let me be clear. We all have a little bit of double consciousness inside of us because we all went to their institutions. We went to their learning institutions. We went to their religious institutions. So we all have that double consciousness living with that inside of us, no matter if you're on a continent, in America, or in the Caribbean. Decolonize that mind.